Good morning, friends. This present elaboration is on let us acknowledge and let us cooperate with the front work frontline warriors and our great people, those who have been fighting against this COVID pandemic. So this elaboration is particularly a uh, respected tribute to all those people, all those organizations, including the government of different states and central government, who have been trying to fight against this pandemic and trying to save the life of crores of people in our country. Friends, generally it happens that we start criticizing the machinery, the government, the department of health and other services. We start criticizing if one mistake gets committed, or if one mistake happens and somehow casualty happens. See, life is always a challenge. The present scenario has put upon a great challenge to the nation. The entire nation is fighting against this, most threatening and most severe pandemic of the era. The front line workers, including the doctors, the police, constable, police officers, the cleaning staff, this ward boy, the nurses, the people involved, the administration, the entire administration, state as well as government, they have been working day and night. The lab technicians, the lab workers, those everyone, every small organization, every small hospital, every big hospital that has been working day and night and trying to save the people of our life. It is not easy. Just it appears that it is very easy. We have limited resources. The way the cases of pandemic, the infected people is somewhere in is city wise. If you go through, it is 30%. Infected people from pandemic. They come to the hospital. Every state and every central government has limited resources, limited ICU bed. In the present 1 month, most of the hospitals have created three times more ICU bed with all the sufficient oxygen and everything. Despite the facilities becomes scarce because the increasing cases of pandemic has really threatened upon the challenges and made the challenges more complicated in front of the frontline warriors. The doctors have been working day and night, away from their family and friends. They have never been taking rest. The ward boy, the nurses, the hospital management, the entire staff, the police officers who have been taking up the order and maintaining the you know the traffic, as well as all the the somewhere there is lockdown, somewhere there are restrictions, somewhere there weekend lockdown, some how the COVID appropriate behavior has been checked by the police officer. Day and night they are on the road facing the danger among the, they themselves are in front of the virus and they're fighting to save the life of the people, making the people safe and asking them, suggesting them, and making them aware of the threatening danger. So when we all people are just sitting inside home and trying to keep ourselves away from this pandemic and the virus, these people, the frontline warriors, they need to be acknowledged, then their contribution need to be appreciated. Mistakes are bound to be committed. There are some critical cases that come sometimes. What happens that the patient do not get appropriate time to be admitted in ICU, and they sometimes they don't get the flow of oxygen immediately because they are in critical position, and somehow the casualty happens. So the people should not, have bad opinion about these people, because they are next to God. They have been working hard. All the staff of the hospital, day and night, they have been working. They have been dedicating their life, facing all the danger. They are equally in threat of, those virus, yet they have been working irrespective of their own life. This, contribution and sacrifice and dedication to the nation must not be neglected. They must be respected and given. The people should cooperate them. See, the thing is that at the moment this situation will be under control, everything. This is the peak hour where the cases are increasing in geometric progression, and the resources are in arithmetic progression. Naturally, there will be some, short, and somewhere some mistakes might be there. So we have to, try. Though the government and the administration, the staff and the staff administration and the hospital staff, they have been trying to save the life of the people. The cases of the people who have recovered is also better. It is more than 70%, 80%, and the death rate is 1.5%, but the critical condition is somehow 20 to 30%. So this is happening only because somehow this time the strain of the virus is very, very threatening and very, very dangerous. It is very complicated this time. It doesn't give the patient time to recover, and the casualty happens. So we have to really cooperate the organizations, the administration, this district as well as the central administration, as well as the hospital staff, as well as the frontline workers, police, and all the people, those who have been working hard day and night to save the people of our, fellow brothers. So we have to have the sense of understanding, to acknowledge the contribution of all those who are involved in, and they are fighting against this COVID and making the nation somehow secured. We people must not, criticize and must not discourage these frontline warriors. We must listen to the doctors who have been speaking on different channels and giving the advice and the precautions that the people are not even, following the COVID appropriate behavior. They're not using mask. They're not using, social distance. They are violating, and they are going unnecessarily out of their house. That is the panic situation that is more to be taken in concern, rather than criticizing the administration. You see, it is a challenge before the nation. Everybody has a responsibility. Each one of us must cooperate the administration. Then only this huge pandemic effect can be minimized in the time to come, in the days to come. And unless and until we understand and our responsibility, our own, duty towards the nation, our contribution to, at least cooperate the people who have been fighting against this pandemic. Unless and until we acknowledge our own responsibility, it is very difficult to handle the situation. This time the situation is becoming worse. So it is my sincere, request to all of my fellow citizens to kindly help and cooperate the people who have been in working day and night to save the life of the people, and then can try to be confined to the room. If there is no urgent work, no need to go out and create a panic and chaos on the road. The people who have been driving bikes, if they are not in urgent necessity of going out to drive out, they should also keep themselves confined and help the traffic officials in controlling the traffic and maintaining the social distance and all that. So that is what I plea for, and I just hope that the people and the fellow brothers will understand and acknowledge the importance of these frontline warriors, and they should. I always try to cooperate the administration, because the administration alone cannot tackle the situation. The people in general have to come forward to help. I mean, fight this pandemic. Thank you. I'm sure my words will be a kind of, I mean, inspiration to all of us to go and cooperate voluntarily, the organizations, the administrations, and make the task easier for our frontline warriors. Thank you.